Pakistan's weightlifting is in trouble. Now the question is why? Because the Pakistan Sports Board has announced that they have banned several of its athletes as well as officials as well as coaches after they were found guilty of anti-doping violations. Now what exactly happened and what does anti-doping means? Let me just tell you that the PSB says that the ban followed an Operation Jasmine. The Operation Jasmine was a joint probe by World Anti-Doping Agency as well as International Testing Agency ITA, which then found several of Pakistan's athletes as well as coaches and officials guilty, namely Sharjeel Butt, Abdul Rehman, Mustafa, Farhan Majeed, and officials included Hafiz Imran Butt, Irfan Butt, and coach Waqas Akbar. Now, it is also pertinent to mention that earlier the ITW confirmed 4 of Pakistan's lifters were banned for 4 years. Why? The reason is after they refused out of competition testing in November 2021. Now what is anti-doping? Anti-doping is global rule book which makes sure that the sport remains clean and safe. It follows the World Anti-Doping Code and a prohibited list of all the items which are banned for all the athletes, officials and coaches to use. They cannot advise people to use those items or they cannot use any item to help them cheat in the competition. Now, an athlete only gets banned if he or she is accused of using it or there's another thing to it too. So the other thing is that even if you refuse and out of competition, before competition, during competition or after competition testing, then you will also be facing bans, fines or suspensions even. The question is why this is bigger than one team. The answer to that is if 3 or more people from one federation breaks the rules within 12 months, the IWF can punish the federation itself with either fines, suspension, bans or loss of athlete quotas. Lastly, this crackdown and the Operation Jasmine is only to make sure that there are clean lifters in Pakistan and protect Pakistan's credibility. If you want to lift, do lift, but make sure you're clean.
4 years, the iPhone has been one of the most sought after devices in Pakistan and one of the most smuggled. Every day, dozens of high-end Apple phones slip into the country through unofficial routes, bypassing taxes and customs checks. From airport seizures to hidden shipments, Pakistan's black market for smartphones has thrived in the shadows of weak regulation and high import duties. This grey trade doesn't just cost the government billions in lost revenue. It also leaves consumers at risk. Many Pakistanis end up buying iPhone without warranty, without after sales support and often at inflated price. A phone that looks like a great deal can quickly turn into a costly problem when it fails or gets blocked from local networks. But things might be about to change. Apple is preparing to open its first official authorized retail store in Pakistan. A move many believed could reshape the country's tech market operated in partnership with a local distributor. Airline Communication, the upcoming Apple outlet is expected to open in Lahore by the end of 2025. This development marks a major milestone for Pakistani's smartphone industry. For the first time, consumer will have direct access to genuine Apple product. Official warranties and certified repairs all under one roof. It also means that iPhone will enter the country through local legal tax-paying channels, contributing to national economy rather than the informal market. Experts say this shift could encourage price stability, reduce the circulation of counterfeit phones and boost consumer confidence. It might even inspire other global tech giants to invest in Pakistan's former retail sector. Beyond economics, the reshape of official app store also sends a symbolic message that Pakistan's consumer market is ready for transparency, regulations and global standards. For country long dominated by smuggled smartphones that represent more than just a retail launch, it is a step toward a cleaner, more credible digital economy. In short, the Pakistan's iPhone journey into Pakistan has always been a major step of demand, outcoming access. Now with Apple finally setting up foot in the country, that story might finally have legitimate and a for more promising now chapter.